Hello guys, today I'm going to read about Aesop fables, retold by Julie Harding, illustrated by Maria Voris. Focus question. What can people learn from Aesop fables? The Fox and the Stork. The fox invited his friend, the stork, over to eat soup. When the stork arrived, the fox put the soup in a fast dish. The stork was hungry, but all she could do was to dip the tip of her long beak into the dishes. The fox laughed and slurped up all the soup, when the poor stork was left with nothing to eat. The next day, the stork decided to return the flavor and asked the fox to her home for dinner. The stork placed some tasty meat in a jar with a long neck and set it on the table. The fox eagerly tried to get the meat, but he could not. The stork ate easily because her long beak could reach down into the jar. The hungry fox admitted that she was been wrong the day before. Moral: if you do mean things to others, they might do mean things to you in return. The Fox and the Crow. The hungry fox saw the crow fly to his favorite branch in a tree. In his beak, the crow had a tasty piece of cheese. The crafty fox made a plan and trotted over to the tree and talked to the ground. "Oh, Mr. Ground, you truly are the most handsome bird I have ever seen," he said. This caught the crow's attention, and he looked down at the fox. "You fly so fast and so gracefully," the fox continued. "I bet you see as beautifully as you fly." Now the crow loved to hear compliments, so he decided to say for the fox. He opened his beak, and the piece of cheese tumbled down to the fox's waiting mouth. When the fox was finished eating, he smiled up at the crowd. "Thanks for the delicious snack," he said. "I just got what I wanted." Moral: do not trust strangers to try to flatter you. The Crow in the picture. The crow has been flying all the day, and she was very thirsty. She saw a pitcher that was half full of water and hurried down toward it for a drink. The pitcher was too tall for the crow's short beak to reach the water inside. The crow tried to tilt the pitcher, but it was too heavy to move. She then noticed the pebbles scattered on the ground. She picked up the pebbles and one at a time began dropping them into the pitcher. Slowly the water began to rise. It took a long time and many pebbles, but soon the water reached the top. The crow then drank all she wanted. More: doing things little by little is just as good as doing things all at once. The dog and his reflection. A dog was walking along happily with a nice piece of meat in his mouth. As he crossed a bridge over a stream, he glanced at the water below. Looking back up at him was another dog who had some meat. The dog on the bridge wanted more, so he bent down and snapped at the leg of the dog. As he did, his old meat fell from his mouth into the street. The sad dog then realized that he had not seen another dog only his own reflection. Moral: if you're always greedy for more, you might lose what you already have. The peacock. When Peacock spoke, his strange voice made people laugh. Peacock wanted to see beautiful song like a nightingale. So he asked the goddess for animals for a nice voice. The goddess replied, "You're jealous of a nightingale, but you should not be. Your neck feathers shine with every color of the rainbow, and your tails look like it is covered in gems." "Yes, my voice sounds terrible," said Peacock. "No one is good at everything," scolded the goddess. "All living creatures have different gifts. The falcon is very fast, and the eagle is very strong. The parrot can speak different languages, and the raven is very smart. Yes, nightingale has a pretty song, but you are big and beautiful. You're special just as you are." Moral: we all have different strengths. Treasure your own gifts and talents. The city mouse and the country mouse. The poor country mouse decided to go on a trip to visit his cousin, the rich city mouse. The country mouse was surprised by how busy the city was, and he had never seen so many other mice living in one place. The city mouse decided to show his own and around his fancy home. Everything looked shiny and new. The kitchen pantry was filled with plenty of fine fruits. Look at all this food," exclaimed the country mouse. "You must eat very well." "Shh! Speak softly," said the city mouse nervously. "There's a cat that lives here, and she is always hunting for mice." The country mouse decided he's seen enough. He would rather live in a poor, quiet country than a crowded, dangerous city. He thanked his cousin and returned to his humble house. Moral: it is better to live simply and safely than to live in luxury and fear. The wolf in the sheep's clothing. A hungry wolf disguised himself as a sheep and visited a nearby pasture. A flock of sheep was grazing peacefully. And the shepherd in charge of the sheep was fooled by the wolf's disguise. He opened the pasture gate and let the wolf in. The sneaky wolf found a little lamb to eat, but the shepherd saw what he was up to. He rescued the lamb just in time. The shepherd then chased the wolf out of the pasture and warned him not to come back. From that day on, the shepherd never let the sheep through the gate until he was sure it was real. Moral: the way things looks is not always the these are. Connection: writing and art. Write and illustrate your own fable. Start by thinking of an important lesson, and use animals as characters to teach that lesson in a short story. Share your fables with the class. Social studies. What is a moral? How is each moral connected to its fable? Why are morals taught in stories? Discuss with a partner. Goodbye, everyone.
Good job.